Russian airliner was forced to land. Dude, this is fascinating.
It is fascinating.
A Russian airliner carrying 170 people was forced to crash land in a field after hydraulic failure. I'm going to ask you about this in a minute. You just finished all your training.
Annual check.
Tell me all this stuff. No one was injured, which is incredible. Which left the Ural Airlines Airbus A320 stranded next to a forest in this region of Siberia. He said he selected the landing site after the jet's hydraulic systems failed while approaching Omsk. He said, dude, I don't know Russian. I'm sorry. I never learned Russian because I like freedom. The incident sparked denials from the airline that it was unable to service its planes due to sanctions on Russia. Pictures show the airplane stranded in an open field, doors open. It was said that the unscheduled landing happened in the early hours of Tuesday. It added the landing point had been selected from the air. He said it was investigating the emergency landing. Catastrophic failure of the airplane's hydraulic systems can lead to a loss of flight control. There's backup systems, 3 hydraulic systems, 1 electric. Gonky, there's a quiz later. And then there's sanctions. It doesn't say what they're going to do to get it out. And so the reason this is so fascinating for me is because looking it up right now. So if you've watched my TACA Flight 110, TACA. So back in the
oh yeah, they're New Orleans.
Yeah. So
I landed on the dam.
1988.
Yeah,
they landed on the levee, and Lester and I used to go fly out here because it's right by the Michoud plant where the NASA does their rocket boosters and stuff where they build it. And this thing landed, engine out, landed, and dude, they just lightened it up, flew it out.
Yeah.
Once it was done, they lightened it up, flew it out, and this guy, I think he just retired recently. Like there was this big thing about him retiring, but it's fascinating landing this thing. Gonky, as an experienced professional, recently recurrent Airbus pilot,
barely keep going.
What are you thinking here, bud?
Well, what I heard was his hydraulic failure led to some sort of predicament where he thought he didn't have enough fuel to make it. So maybe I don't know. Maybe the slats were stuck down, or I don't know, the gear was down, something, and that's why he put it.
Oh, so like, hey, so everything's out. I've got so much drag, I can't make it anywhere. I have to put this thing down before I flame out.
Pure rumor, speculation, but that's what I heard when I was down at training. We were all because the joke was like, "Hey, you think they're going to throw a soft field landing on the on the profile this year?" It's like,
dude. So, I mean, wow.
Yeah, I mean, that's a that's 160,000 pound airplane landing in
soft field.
Like
dude, I would get nervous landing a helicopter in a field like this, much less an A320.
I mean, I've landed. The biggest airplane I've ever landed on a grass strip is probably a Seminole, and it's a light twin. And I just remember, I remember, like you said, feeling a little bit like, man, I hope the ground is not too soft, and you're bouncing around and stuff. But what we have proven here is that the Airbus, if it needs to land in the water, no big deal. If it needs to land in a farmer's field, no big deal.
Okay. So does that mean we don't need airports anymore and we can start diversifying where we have our service?
I'm certain, dude, that Airbus she ain't flying out of there.
So what do you do? How do you get the thing out?
Dude, it's Russia. They're going to bring out some generators and make it into a hotel.
It's just there now.
It's just there, dude.
Okay. Yeah.
I mean, because look at it plowed. It's not,
bring it back here.
Yeah,
we can take it.
I don't think I could be wrong, but that looks like it.
Dude, really, that was muddy, soft.
Yeah.
I mean, just amazing.
And it's, you said Siberia. I mean, dude, it's about to become a popsicle.
Yeah.
What's shocking is the airplane completely stay together. I mean, all the major parts. I mean, as we'll see here in a minute, if you land a 7.3 slightly hard, the freaking gear goes through the wing. But
yes,
but Skybus, dude, you can crush that thing in a Russian farmer's field, and she just keeps going.
Yeah, I don't have that report pulled up, Gonky. So
sorry.
Well, while we're on the fatty topic, because I won't make it another topic. Basically, what they said was it landed at 1.7 Gs, which is not too hard.
The 7.3, the Alaskan 7.3 we talked about a couple of weeks ago.
Broke a brace, and so if you land too hard in John Wayne in Orange County, you're done. But if you land your Airbus in the field,
you're good to go, dude.
You're good to go.
Yeah. It's pretty amazing. It will be interesting if, it happened.
Well, look at the picture, man. This thing's not exactly like pristine. That airplane is not like.
Well, dude, it just plowed like 500 feet of,
No,
wheat.
I'm saying, well, dude, look at that thing. That's amazing.
Yeah.
I wonder how long it took people to get to them. Like the response, like the 20 people in the golf cart over here. Like how long did it actually take for them to? What?
Well, there's a lot of things I'd like to know. How far was he from his destination? Like what were the closest airports available? What exactly was the malfunction? There's no procedure, right? In the 7.3s, any airline, there's no procedure that says put in the farmer's field, unless you got both engines out.
Yeah.
But in his defense.
This is not the first time.
Well,
I remember this one. This one was the cornfield, right?
Yeah, right. But those guys lost both engines right on takeoff, just like Sully did.
2019, after being hit by gulls during takeoff, 70 of the 230 people were injured in the crash.
Yeah.
Miracle over Raminsk.
Yeah, he landed in a cornfield.
Yeah, that's this one right here. A plane crash lands after hitting a flock of birds. This dude's got to get an award of some sort.
Yeah.
unless he wasn't supposed to do that.
I think Sully still got him all beat as far as like world's greatest A320 landing. The water is probably the toughest, but cornfield and Serbian mud field is pretty tough as well.
Dude, this jet's flyable again. They just polish it up and get it on a good surface and fix whatever hydraulic problem, and he's good to go. Sully's was not flyable after that, so
yeah, I don't know. The good thing again, thankfully, nobody died.
Yeah,
and everybody walked away. That's the important thing. So hey, at the end of the day, at least the captain, got everybody out alive.
Yeah, I don't even think you would have needed the slides, to be honest with you. They could have just walked out, got air stairs.
The mud was soft enough. You just jump right in.
You just jump out.